Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there have been a push through the Kikuyu elders to initiate a handshake between Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto and the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. And this has been happening for the past time. And of course, we were anticipating for maybe William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta meeting again for the first time in this year. But seemingly, there are other efforts or forces trying to frustrate that move. So there's a story that was shared in Daily Nation with a headline, "Storm over push for a handshake." And you will see that the UDA and the Jubilee leaders are rejecting the call by Kikuyu elders to end the strained relationship between President William Ruto and his predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta. You will see in one hand, Jeremiah Kioni is talking and is saying that the move by this push to have the handshake is just for specific people's personal interest, but not for the good will of the country or the community. And because Jubilee is rejecting this, again, UDA party is also reacting in a manner in which to say like they are also not ready for the handshake. But for me, that's a lie from UDA side. The question we'll be asking on this punchline will be that who was pushing for the reconciliation and why? That's the first question. And again, who will benefit in case Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto and Ruto Gachagua are reconciling? The truth of the matter is that it is the William Ruto side that is pushing for a handshake between them and Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta. I want to explain to you more about this, but before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. The truth of the matter is that there is nothing Uhuru Kenyatta is going to lose in case Ruto does not reconcile with him. His benefits are clear in our law, and no one can frustrate him on that. He is well protected, as simple as that. But for William Ruto, he still has interest in 2027 general election. He will be seeking his re-election into office. So the truth of the matter is that in case Ruto reconciles with the Uhuru Kenyatta, then he's the one who is going to benefit because he has a focus on 2027. No matter how small Uhuru Kenyatta's influence is in Mount Kenya region, because the 2022 general election taught us, in case what Chebukati announced is something to go with, that the difference between Raila and William Ruto, according to the Chebukati result, it was small. Merely 230,000 votes. So every vote counts and every vote is so much important. So, in as much some people are trying to say that Jubilee is not ready for this, the truth is that it is Jubilee looking for a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta. So again, we continue to ask, why are they pushing? You know, to some extent, people are aware that Ruto and Gachagua were trying to push for a narrative, thinking that Kenyans are stupid. The truth of the matter is that you can cheat some people sometime, but you cannot cheat everyone every time. No. Watu hawezi kuwa tu wajinga kila wakati, itakuwa kwa muda fulani. And now, the lie is coming to an end. Gachagua and William Ruto has been telling Kenyans that when Uhuru Kenyatta left office, he literally looted everything. They found the treasury empty. And because of this, they're starting from zero. In the beginning, it was making sense. But now going forward, with the kind of trips Ruto has been making in and out of the country, the loan that is now going for, Kenyans are aware that the treasury was left in good hands. There's nothing Uhuru left with to Ichaweri. And again, if he had done so, then there is the law. Through the law, they would have managed to bring back that which they believe Uhuru looted from the treasury. Because they have not moved with any speed to do that, then the allegations remain to be a lie that they have been selling to people. So people are no longer buying this lie. They know very well that they have literally been using the name of Uhuru Kenyatta to try and run away from being responsible for what is happening in this country. Number 3, having been in the government of William Samoei Ruto for about 4 months now, 100 days. In fact, it's more than 100 days. Kenyans are now crying. And in their cry, people are saying that ni heri Uhuru Kenyatta kuliko hii serikali ya Mheshimiwa William Ruto. People are now remembering Uhuru Kenyatta just in 100 days. They are crying for Uhuru's help. Yet the man who campaigned by referring to Uhuru Kenyatta as dynasty, a man who branded himself as a savior of the poor, he is sitting comfortable at State House when the poor are dying and sleeping hungry. People are remembering Uhuru Kenyatta because as of now, pesa ya wazee iliondolewa. Saizi wazee hawana chakula. Wanasema ile pesa yetu yenye Mheshimiwa Uhuru alikuwa anatupea ilienda wapi? They are remembering Uhuru Kenyatta. Linda Mama program, it was abolished. They are remembering Uhuru Kenyatta. As we are speaking now, the banks are going to tax up to 20% of any transaction from bank to M-Pesa. People are going to remember Uhuru Kenyatta. Gachagua was telling the police that we are going to take care of the interest. You have suffered so much in this regime, but once we come to power, you people you will enjoy. Yesterday I was reading on how now they are being moved from NHIF to another to another premium, which seemingly ni ile yenye walipeleka walimu so poor. So they are now on a new premium. Between Uhuru and William Ruto, people are learning that Uhuru, in as much he was a prince, he is a prince, he could not allow the poor to sleep hungry. And if so, not that much openly exposing Kenyans to such kind of environment. But the man who branded himself as poor, a man who said he slept hungry, he understands the meaning of hunger and how to sleep hungry. He is so much distance away from the situation that poor people are going through in this country. Sasa yeye ndiye amekubali watu walale njaa. Electricity bill is going to go high. He denied when he was in Mombasa. But the truth is that it is going to hike. And the people are already experiencing the heat as of now. So many things have happened. And the people are remembering Uhuru Kenyatta. So because people are remembering Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, through his strategy, he is now trying to reach out to Uhuru Kenyatta so that he will realign himself with Uhuru Kenyatta. To an extent, if people will be talking about the good thing that Uhuru Kenyatta was doing, they will see that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are now buddies. So because of this, they are together. So instead, there is no way they will protest against that regime. That's why William Ruto is looking for Uhuru Kenyatta. He has failed. So he's looking for someone to sanitize what he has failed in. And who is that man? Uhuru Migai Kenyatta. Because now Gachagua was trying to demonize Uhuru Kenyatta, call him all those kinds of names, talk about how he has betrayed the gamer and the entire country. But now, where is he? Why is it that he has totally stopped about that narrative? It is because it is no longer selling. If you go to Mount Kenya, people are telling him, Mheshimiwa Uhuru had given us a contract to a tune of 600 million shillings to sell our rice to governmental institutions. Today, Ruto came and he abolished. People at Mwea irrigation scheme have no market for their rice. The government was giving a good price for their rice. A kilo was going to almost, was it 80 shillings a kilo? Now they have to sell as cheap as 60 shillings. Cartels will come and ask them to sell at 50 shillings per kilo. So there are so many things people are crying that they are missing from Uhuru Kenyatta past government. Today, even the subsidy of unga is no longer there. There are so many things. We cannot mention all of them. Ruto has done so many things which has left this country into a bad situation. That is why he was looking for Uhuru Migai Kenyatta. Because 2027 is coming now, and he needed to reconcile so that at least no one will come and run on that failures, and then using Uhuru Kenyatta as a victim and earn sympathy from this and sweep the vote from Mount Kenya region away from William Ruto. That's why he's pushing for this. These people are in a dire situation to look for Uhuru Migai Kenyatta, because you tell me, if economy was doing well today and people were happy, would William Ruto waste his time looking for Uhuru Kenyatta really today, that they are looking for a handshake between UDA and the Jubilee Party? No. And again, he needs the support of Jubilee Party. Jubilee has up to, is it 20 members of parliament? More than 20, is it 28, I think, 28 members of parliament. Jubilee Party. That means this is a party you cannot ignore. By the fact that he realized Musalia Mudavadi with his 10 members of parliament, for the Kenya Party with his 10 members of parliament, UDM Party with 9 members of parliament, how would you assume a party that has 28 members of parliament? He's looking for that.